In life, there are moments that can change everything with just a simple glance. A brief look can convey a world of meaning, igniting sparks of attraction, or leaving you questioning what could have been. But how do you respond in these powerful moments? Many men, unsure of how to handle the intensity of a meaningful gaze, react too quickly, often trying too hard to impress or make an immediate connection. The rush to please can lead to missed opportunities for a deeper, more genuine interaction. What if you could learn to harness the power of presence and master the art of eye contact, creating a magnetic aura that naturally draws others in? In this video, we will uncover the 5 biggest mistakes men make when responding to a woman's gaze and provide you with the tools to avoid them. By focusing on how to react with confidence and authenticity, you can transform these seemingly small moments into opportunities for meaningful connections. Eye contact, silence, and body language are powerful communicative tools that go beyond words. The way you carry yourself in these moments speaks volumes about your confidence, your emotional stability, and your ability to connect with others on a deeper level. From the initial spark of attraction to building a lasting connection, the subtle yet profound power of these non-verbal cues can change the course of any interaction. So, if you're ready to elevate your social presence, create genuine connections, and master the art of non-verbal communication, you're in the right place. Let's explore how small adjustments in your behavior and mindset can have a profound impact on your interactions, helping you stand out in a way that's both magnetic and authentic. Number 1. Reacting quickly and anxiously. One of the most common mistakes people make when faced with an intense or meaningful gaze is reacting too quickly and anxiously. It's completely natural to feel a rush of nervous energy when someone looks at you with interest or intensity, but it's essential to understand that responding impulsively can have a negative effect on the connection you're trying to build. When you react too quickly, it often manifests in anxious or exaggerated behaviors, a sudden smile, an overly eager gesture, or even attempting to move closer before it feels right. These impulsive reactions can signal a lack of control over your emotions, which can undermine your attractiveness and make the other person feel uncomfortable. In fact, this rapid response can make you seem insecure rather than confident, which is the opposite of what you want to project in these moments. The key to avoiding this mistake lies in the ability to stay calm and composed when someone makes eye contact with you. By taking a moment to pause and reflect before responding, you not only gain control over your emotions, but also convey a sense of emotional stability and self-assurance. Confidence is not about rushing to make a move, it's about knowing when to act and when to stay still. By allowing the moment to unfold naturally, you create a space for both parties to engage more authentically without the pressure of hasty actions. The importance of this is clear. A calm, measured response signals emotional balance, which is highly attractive. It shows that you are comfortable in your own skin and able to handle moments of tension without falling into a state of panic. This calmness allows you to assess the situation more effectively, making sure that your next move, whether it's a subtle smile, maintaining eye contact, or a shift in body language, feels natural and intentional rather than rushed or forced. So, the next time you find yourself caught in the intensity of someone's gaze, take a deep breath. Hold that moment, remain composed, and allow the connection to grow organically. By doing so, you'll not only appear more confident, but you'll also give the other person the chance to truly engage with you, resulting in a deeper and more authentic interaction. Number 2. Looking away too often. One of the biggest mistakes people make in social interactions, especially when it comes to eye contact, is looking away too often. While maintaining a constant gaze can feel intimidating or uncomfortable at times, excessively avoiding eye contact can signal a lack of confidence, interest, or even discomfort in the situation. This may inadvertently push the other person away and hinder the connection you're trying to build. Eye contact is one of the most powerful tools in nonverbal communication. It shows that you are present, engaged, and attentive to the person you are interacting with. When you make steady eye contact, you communicate security and interest, signaling that you are emotionally available and open to the connection. On the other hand, if you look away frequently, it can send the message that you are distracted, disinterested, or uncomfortable. This can lead the other person to feel uncertain or even rejected, which creates an obstacle to forming a genuine and meaningful connection. The key to using eye contact effectively lies in striking the right balance. Constantly breaking eye contact or looking away too frequently creates a disjointed, uncomfortable dynamic. However, maintaining eye contact for just the right amount of time, without forcing it, helps to establish trust and create a deeper bond. Research shows that maintaining eye contact around 60% of the time during a conversation is ideal. This allows you to be present and engaged while still providing natural breaks to avoid overwhelming the other person. Additionally, eye contact allows you to pick up on subtle cues from the other person, such as small facial expressions, body language, or shifts in posture. These signals help you gauge their level of interest, which in turn allows you to adjust your behavior to keep the interaction flowing smoothly. By looking away too often, you miss out on these important non-verbal feedbacks and could miss the opportunity to build a stronger rapport. It's also important to note that the intensity of your eye contact should vary depending on the context and comfort level of the other person. If you sense they are not comfortable with prolonged eye contact, you can soften your gaze by looking away momentarily, giving them space while maintaining a level of connection. This shows that you are attuned to their needs and are able to adapt your behavior to create a more comfortable and engaging atmosphere. To avoid this mistake, practice being mindful of your eye contact during interactions. Start by practicing eye contact with people you're comfortable with, friends, family, or colleagues, so you can build trust in your social interactions. Gradually challenge yourself to maintain consistent but natural eye contact in various situations, making sure to observe the other person's comfort level as well. Ultimately, the key to making eye contact work for you is consistency. When you maintain steady eye contact, you create a sense of security and connection that goes beyond words. Instead of looking away too often, focus on remaining present and engaged, which will help you build trust and foster deeper connections in every interaction. Number 3, forcing an inauthentic posture or expression. One of the most detrimental mistakes people make in social interactions is forcing an inauthentic posture or expression in an attempt to impress others. This behavior often stems from a desire to be liked or accepted, but it usually has the opposite effect. When you try too hard to present a perfect or idealized version of yourself through exaggerated facial expressions or stiff body language, it can come across as inauthentic and even off-putting. Authenticity is one of the most attractive qualities a person can possess. When you are comfortable in your own skin, your body language naturally reflects your true self. This conveys confidence and creates a sense of trust. On the other hand, when you force a smile that doesn't feel genuine or assume a posture that isn't natural for you, it can make the other person feel uncomfortable and skeptical of your intentions. They may start to question whether they are seeing the real you or just a facade. In social interactions, especially early ones, your body language and expressions should reflect how you truly feel in the moment. Forced expressions such as a wide, exaggerated smile or rigid body posture often seem disconnected from the actual emotion or context of the situation. This dissonance can create tension and anxiety, making both you and the other person feel more awkward rather than fostering a genuine connection. Instead of focusing on what you think the other person wants to see, it's more effective to focus on being authentic. This means showing up as yourself without worrying about how others perceive you. If you're feeling happy, let that happiness show through in a natural, warm smile. If you're feeling calm or relaxed, allow your posture to reflect that by standing or sitting comfortably without trying to appear overly confident or imposing. When you stop trying to impress others, you create a space where your true personality can shine, and this is what will truly attract others to you. A natural posture that reflects ease and comfort is more powerful than any exaggerated gesture. To achieve this, practice being mindful of your body language in everyday situations. Pay attention to how you stand, how you move, and how you engage with others. Do you feel tense or overly controlled? If so, try to relax your shoulders, maintain an open posture, and keep your movements fluid and natural. These small adjustments will make your body language appear more authentic and approachable. Another important aspect of authenticity is vulnerability. Trying to appear perfect can create distance between you and others, as people are generally drawn to those who are willing to be vulnerable and real. By allowing yourself to show emotion or imperfection, you invite others to connect with you on a deeper level. The ability to be genuine, to smile when you feel like smiling, and to relax when you feel calm, fosters an environment where the other person feels comfortable being their authentic self as well. Remember, authenticity doesn't mean you should be overly casual or unprofessional in certain contexts, but rather that you should allow your expressions and posture to reflect your true feelings in the moment. This helps to establish trust and builds a deeper connection over time. When you stop trying to force a certain image and instead let your natural self shine through, you'll find that the right people are drawn to your authenticity, and that's how lasting, meaningful relationships are built. Number 4. Filling silence with trivial or nervous conversations. One of the most common mistakes people make in social interactions, especially when there is an intense or meaningful moment, is filling the silence with trivial or nervous chatter. Silence, often misunderstood as uncomfortable, is actually one of the most powerful tools for deepening connections. When you feel the pressure to constantly speak in order to avoid awkwardness, you may end up saying things that aren't necessary or relevant just to fill the gap. This behavior often communicates anxiety and can actually diminish the potential for a meaningful exchange. The truth is, silence in a conversation is not something to fear. In fact, it creates space for both parties to absorb the moment, reflect on what has been said, and process their thoughts and feelings. When you constantly speak to avoid silence, you may miss an opportunity to truly connect with the other person. This incessant chatter can come across as nervousness, a lack of confidence, or an attempt to compensate for a perceived lack of value. A great example of this is when two people exchange an intense gaze, and one of them immediately tries to break the silence with an unrelated topic or a nervous comment like, "So, nice weather today." This kind of response often diminishes the emotional charge of the moment and can make both parties feel awkward. Instead of letting the moment breathe and allowing the other person to feel the shared connection, the silence is abruptly interrupted by meaningless words that fail to move the interaction forward. Silence, on the other hand, offers a chance to truly be present. It allows you to gauge the other person's feelings, observe their body language, and assess how they're reacting to the moment. If someone looks away or shifts their posture during a pause, it could indicate that they need space or aren't ready to engage further. If they maintain eye contact or lean in slightly, it suggests they may be open to more intimacy or conversation. Learning to embrace silence also communicates self-confidence. People who are comfortable with quiet moments show that they are at ease with themselves and don't feel the need to fill every space with words. This unspoken confidence is magnetic and often makes others feel more relaxed around you. They feel that they don't have to rush or perform to keep the conversation going, allowing for a more authentic interaction. To cultivate this skill, practice letting conversations flow without rushing to fill gaps. If you feel a moment of silence coming on, instead of nervously jumping in with another question or statement, take a deep breath, relax, and allow the pause to naturally unfold. Use it as an opportunity to observe the other person's non-verbal cues, or just enjoy the shared presence in the moment. Moreover, if the silence does feel like it's becoming too long, it's best to continue the interaction with thoughtful questions or comments that are relevant to the conversation, rather than filling the space with random chatter. A simple, "What's been on your mind lately?" or "Tell me more about that," can shift the silence into a deeper connection. By learning to handle silence with confidence, you allow the other person to process, reflect, and engage with you on a deeper level. It transforms a potentially uncomfortable pause into a space of connection, respect, and understanding. Embrace silence as a valuable part of communication and watch how your interactions become more meaningful and authentic. Number 5. Ignoring non-verbal signals of interest or disinterest. One of the most critical aspects of human interaction lies in understanding and interpreting non-verbal communication. It's not just what is said, but how it is said, and in many cases, the unspoken cues can reveal more than words ever will. Ignoring non-verbal signals, whether signs of interest or disinterest, can make or break a connection, often leading to misunderstandings or awkwardness. In any interaction, people communicate much more through body language, facial expressions, and subtle gestures than they do with words. Studies have shown that over 90% of communication is non-verbal, with only a small portion consisting of actual speech. That's why paying attention to these non-verbal cues is crucial for understanding the other person's level of engagement and emotional state. Failing to notice or misinterpreting these signals can lead to missed opportunities for deeper connection or unnecessary tension. Signs of interest are often easy to spot once you know what to look for. A prolonged gaze, slightly leaning in, or a subtle smile are all common indicators that someone is engaged and open to further interaction. When these signals occur, it's important to respond accordingly, reinforcing the connection with eye contact, matching posture, or engaging in meaningful conversation. Ignoring these signs can make the other person feel unseen or undervalued, which can ultimately derail the interaction. On the flip side, there are also clear signs of disinterest, such as crossed arms, looking away frequently, or turning the body away from you. These body language cues suggest that the person is either uncomfortable, disengaged, or not ready to interact further. Ignoring these signals or continuing to push the conversation can create tension and cause the other person to retreat further. It's important to recognize when someone isn't receptive and adjust your approach accordingly. Respecting these non-verbal signals doesn't mean giving up on the conversation. Rather, it's about demonstrating empathy and understanding. If you notice signs of disinterest, it's a good idea to adjust your behavior, whether that means easing up on the conversation, giving the person some space, or allowing for a natural pause. This can lead to a more comfortable dynamic and create an opportunity for the other person to re-engage on their own terms. One effective way to refine your ability to read non-verbal signals is by practicing active observation. Pay attention not just to the words being spoken, but to how the person's body reacts. Do they lean in when you talk? Do their eyes light up when they're engaged, or do they glance away when they're bored or uncomfortable? The more you practice this kind of observation, the better you will become at adjusting your own behavior in response to these cues. By developing this awareness, you show that you are attuned to the other person's feelings and needs. This emotional intelligence is incredibly attractive, as it demonstrates that you're not just focused on your own agenda, but are genuinely interested in understanding the other person. When you respond appropriately to non-verbal cues, it signals respect, sensitivity, and maturity, qualities that foster trust and deepen connections. In sum, the key to mastering non-verbal communication is balance. Recognize when someone is engaged and reinforce their interest with positive, open body language. And when you sense disinterest, be gracious and adjust your approach to create a more comfortable space for both of you. This skill not only enhances your interactions, but also helps you build stronger, more meaningful relationships. In conclusion, mastering the art of responding to intense eye contact and subtle social cues is a powerful tool for fostering genuine connections and improving your interactions. By avoiding the common mistakes, such as reacting too quickly, looking away too often, forcing inauthentic expressions, filling silence with nervous chatter, and ignoring non-verbal signals, you can create a more confident, respectful, and authentic presence. These behaviors help you communicate effectively without overwhelming the other person or undermining the connection you're trying to establish. Learning to navigate these moments with calm, self-assurance, and emotional intelligence not only enhances your social interactions, but also encourages deeper, more meaningful relationships. The key is to stay true to yourself and embrace the power of presence, letting your actions speak louder than words. By valuing silence, observing body language, and responding to cues thoughtfully, you create an environment where mutual respect and curiosity can flourish. Remember, it's not about perfection or impressing others. It's about being authentic, confident, and present in each moment. By practicing these techniques and integrating them into your interactions, you'll naturally become more magnetic, creating an atmosphere where connection happens effortlessly. So, the next time you find yourself in an intense moment of eye contact or social exchange, remember these tips and trust yourself to navigate the interaction with ease and confidence.